What's going on, guys? Welcome back to News to the Astonished. Ronnie here, and thank you for tuning in. Before I get started, I want you guys to go ahead and be sure to like and comment and of course subscribe when you get a chance. I do video uploads on a daily, so go ahead and check out my channel when you're done watching this video. Today we're going to be talking about WandaVision and Quicksilver's past, and also I want you all to go ahead and join my Discord. If you're watching this, the link to that invitation is down in the description box below. Join my Discord. I urge you to do it, where you can actually engage with a lot of people who are into the same topics as you are, like comics, movies, games, and more. I got all the channels for that here, so it's really fun. Go ahead and join my Discord if you get a chance. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the WandaVision director talking about Quicksilver's past and future. Now, if it's one thing I haven't really been doing that much, is deep diving into Quicksilver's past and talking about my theories about which Quicksilver this is, because a lot of people are speculating that this could be a Quicksilver from the Fox X-Men universe, which it is, because it's played by actor Evan Peters, who played Quicksilver in the Fox X-Men movies. But people are also assuming that Agatha just grabbed this random Pietro from that universe without the memories of that universe, if you understand what I'm trying to tell you here. So it's no secret anymore. Even Evan Peters appearing as Quicksilver Pietro on WandaVision was the show's biggest plot development. He looks like Quicksilver from the X-Men movies, but seems to have the same memories of the MCU version. And in subsequent revelations, his appearance proved the result of witching magic performed by Agatha Harkness, but the production took pains to keep him an absolute surprise. Even though some sites correctly leaked the information, speaking to comicbook.com, WandaVision director Matt Shakman described the process of hiding Peters from roving cameras. As you can imagine, it must have been a real pain in the ass to be hiding this actor. A lot of things just gets leaked nowadays on the internet. Nothing's really a secret anymore. Nothing's really a surprise. Honestly, I try to keep away from it, but when I first found out that Pietro, Evan Peters at least, was going to be making an appearance, or at least when I found out while watching episode, I think it was episode 6, towards the very end, when I found out that he made an appearance, I was in shock. I literally just screamed just a little bit. I was like, what does this even mean? How did they do this? How did they pull this off? I know how they pull it off because Disney owns the Fox properties, but I'm like, what does this even mean? Are they going to be merging the X-Men universe? They're surely tackling the multiverse idea, but is this really Pietro Quicksilver from the X-Men universe? And it's something that we still are speculating. We definitely need some answers. Episode 8 was kind of a bit of a bummer, although we did get a few revelations, but it was still kind of a bit of a bummer because it was just revisiting the past, kind of like watching an anime where there's just nothing but filler in that one episode, or revisiting the past in that one episode just to make up for time. It kind of felt like that to me, but at the same time, it was still enjoyable. Agatha got to give Wanda the nomenclature of Scarlet Witch, which is pretty cool. Finally, it was the first time that was said in the MCU. So moving on with this article here, somehow they kept Luke Skywalker a secret, but we couldn't keep Evan a secret, which is a real bummer, he said, referring to fellow Disney Plus phenomenon, The Mandalorian. But we thought he is the best, and he put up with all sorts of, being smuggled in capes, hidden in vans, and all sorts of stuff to try to preserve the illusion. Is he a phantom, literal resurrected corpse, or multiverse refugee? As to what Peter really is, Shakman hinted at more reveals to come. We'll have to meet again some Monday in the future, he added. But as far as this week's season finale, he seems to be tamping down on some fan expectations. In an interview with EW, he noted, "I know there are so many theories out there. There will be a lot of people who will no doubt be disappointed by one theory or another, but we're always telling the story about Wanda dealing with grief and learning how to accept that loss, and hopefully people will find that the finale is surprising but also satisfying. And it feels inevitable because it's the same story they've been watching the whole time. Reading between the lines, it sounds like whatever happens will be more based on Wanda's emotions than some big reveal like Mephisto or Reed Richards. The last time we saw Pietro, he appeared ready to confront Monica Rambeau, seemingly acting independently from Agatha. Even if he is just a hex, he may still have his old personality in there somewhere. So what fan theories do you have? You let me know down in the comment section below. I'll be glad to read them and interact with you guys if you have any fan theories that you want to speculate on. Now, about that, I've been wanting to touch on this, where Pietro Quicksilver actually meets up with Monica Rambeau at the very end of episode 7, and Pietro just basically says Snooper's gonna snoop, and it just cuts off there. Total cliffhanger ending, and I was hoping to see more of that interaction between Quicksilver and Monica Rambeau, but we never got to find out what they were doing, whether they were discussing to team up against Agatha, whether they were fighting each other, or what. But it does seem like Quicksilver Pietro was acting independently in that moment, and I bet they're going to be able to have a chance to talk it out to see what they can do, maybe turn on Agatha or something. but that's my theory. Now, I can understand that some fans were a bit upset when people found out that Agatha just pretty much kind of created this illusion, like, as she likes to call it, Pietro, which is fake Pietro. She explained how she couldn't grab the original Quicksilver Pietro from the MCU, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, because one, he was in another continent filled with holes in him, and she couldn't use necromancy in that case. So she just manifested this one, and I guess pulled this one from at least another universe, or I guess pulled somebody to fill in the gap as Pietro so Wanda can be at ease or something. But we don't know whether this is actually the Pietro from the X-Men universe, and people are just a little bit bummed out, or I guess a little bit confused or conflicted. I don't know. To me, it's like a bit of a mixed bag of emotions. I don't know whether to believe this is actually the Pietro from the Fox X-Men universe, or it's just a simple stand-in, because kind of like what Darcy said, Pietro was pretty much recast, literally, and which is totally meta, and it was really hilarious at the same time as it was shocking. So I don't know what's to come of this, but I'm starting to think that Pietro's going to turn on Agatha, and he's going to join Wanda and the rest of the gang in the fight against Agatha. And supposedly episode 9, which will be airing this Friday on March 5th, is going to be a bit of a banger, because it's the one that's filled with the most special effects. It's going to have a big fight. A lot of CGI is going to be used. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be a blast. I'm pretty sure it's also going to be a big tearjerker, which is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to say goodbye to at least Vision for now. And of course, the children. We probably won't see them again until Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness as teenagers, because this is probably the last time we're going to see them as 10-year-old boys. You let me know your thoughts. I like to read your theories. Comment down your best theories. Who do you think is going to end up being the big bad or the big cameo at the end of episode 9, or at least in midway in episode 9 or something? You let me know. And I also had this theory about Nightmare that I wanted to throw in this video. My theory is that maybe Mark Hamill might appear as Nightmare towards the very end of the episode, at least the post-credit scene. We probably won't necessarily see him, but we may see like a shadow of him, and we will hear his trademark villainous voice, as he's well known, because Mark Hamill, he's played the Joker, and he's played various other villains throughout cartoons and animated series out there, and he's really well known for being a very good, phenomenal villain. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I think Nightmare is going to be the big bad in the post-credit scene, which will lead into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And I think the big cameo might be either Doctor Strange himself. It's apparent, and it only makes sense that he would show up, since there's a bit of a disturbance in this world's reality, the Earth 616 reality in this case. So again, comment down your theories, your thoughts. If you think I'm wrong, you let me know. And if you think I'm right, you let me know as well. Otherwise, I'd like to read your comments as always, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.